Justin probably in the top 8 with a win.
Now, this matchup, as far as who's favored to go now, Daniel's running the Lion's Eye Diamond version, which seems to really be the only version of Dredge people are playing at this point. He's got Bloodghasts, he's got a Flamekin Zealot and a Sun Titan in the main deck.
Right, so he doesn't have the Iona, instead he has a Sun Titan. Both of them win the game really when you cast them. It's a deck's really resilient to counter spells, so the tempo deck usually pretty good against combo. It's going to be a hate check on a lot of ways for Justin. I mean, Dredge, game 1, has a very good matchup here.
It mulligans very, very well.
Dredge is favored against almost everyone in game 1. So both players still shuffling, I believe? Yep.
So the real question is going to be, well, actually, no, I believe Justin keeps Daniel mulliganing.
Dredge has no problem mulliganing. I mean, its game plan is to dump its entire deck in the yard. There are plenty of 4-card hands that can do that.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
I mean, even Land Breakthrough Go.
Land Breakthrough Go is fine. So,
now, as far the real question in games 2 and 3, if there's a game 3, is what does Justin have in his sideboard?
He has 4 Leyline of the Void.
That hurts.
That hurts. That's going to mean that's going to be the play. He has, I don't believe, Ancient Grudge is almost no value. So 4 Leyline of the Void.
Interestingly enough, in Daniel's deck, we see a transformative sideboard into Painter's Servant with Grindstone and Enlightened Tutor.
That is...
I have never seen that before.
I haven't seen that before. I'm not the biggest scholar here on Dredge, so I'm not sure. I also don't recall seeing that, but, that doesn't mean it hasn't happened before. But that's very interesting.
It's incredibly interesting, yeah. I mean, with the Lion's Eye Diamond, there is some nice lateral synergy in how you can leverage LED to get your combo off faster. Yes, Justin, you are on camera.
Yep, looking up
at us. We can see you. Hi.
All right. So Daniel still resolving mulligans, Justin with the cut. What I like, I'm looking at Justin's list here. He has the entire list written in regular handwriting and then has at the bottom 4 brainstorming all capital letters.
You think maybe he likes the Brainstorm?
I mean, it's pretty good. That's one of those good cards in Legacy. So
it's an acceptable card.
Yeah. Justin running the version, he has 4 Stifle. Not all tempo decks running Stifle right now. So noting that he is playing that.
Stifle not the greatest against Daniel Rude's deck. I mean, it can cut off Narcomoeba, and that's sometimes relevant.
He is Forsaking. He does not play Chain Lightning as a result. So Daniel looks like going to 5 cards. Is that correct?
Yep. That will be a mulligan to 5.
Normally a pretty bad thing. Like I said, if I have to mulligan to 5 with the deck, Dredge is a great one to mulligan to 5
Absolutely. I mean, even with it, you could go Land, Lion's Eye Diamond, Faithless Looting, and let's say 2 Golgari Grave Trolls.
Yeah.
And by the end of turn 1...
With Faithless Looting on... Okay, I think is that on 5 or 4 cards? Yeah, I mean, you can with if you have like a Grave Troll in your hand with Faithless Looting on the stack, you can even crack your Lion's Eye Diamond to Dredge. You probably don't do that. I'm not actually sure. Maybe you do.
No, that's a
really
perfectly legitimate line of play. It would be sicker than anything. So... Daniel Rude mulling down.
I mean, I
believe to 5 cards.
Would like 5 or 4. This might be his 3rd mulligan. We'll see soon enough. He just needs to have an enabler in his hand. He's on 4 right now. All right.
Looks like Grave Troll.
Yeah, 2 Grave Trolls.
And 2 whatevers.
And Breakthrough, is it?
Perhaps.
Lion's Eye Diamond.
Okay.
Go. So what he's going to do, if he draws a land, he will cast Breakthrough with it on the stack, crack his Lion's Eye Diamond, right? Draw, and then Dredge his whole deck.
Pretty much.
Actually, I think he's debating just end step cracking his Lion's Eye Diamond. Just one with nothing. Casting 1 with nothing on himself. It's probably it's very close to being the correct play.
That's incredibly greedy, but when you've mulled a 4, that...
All right. This might be his biggest decision of the game. There's so many cards he draws here. Okay,
and he draws another LED. Well,
at this point he may upkeep I think at this point he will upkeep LED and discard.
Sure.
Well, actually,
okay.
Yeah.
0-1 Tarmogoyf for Justin. Get there.
All right, he's gonna
discard.
He's gonna discard his hand.
Yep.
Now recall, if you have LED in a spell, you cannot cast. Can you cast a spell off? You cannot cast a spell.
You cannot actually cast a spell
off Lion's Eye Diamond.
You can't activate Lion's Eye Diamond while you're activating a spell. Lion's Eye Diamond was actually errated. I'm actually going to pull up the official wording of the card on SCG Mobile.
So he has milled. He dredges a Grave Troll, and he mills away a Dread Return and another Grave Troll. Just enough with a Tarmogoyf. So yeah, we have Dread Return, Grave Troll already in the yard. LED in play. Daniel Rude maybe being able to win off 0 lands here. So it's a rare that you cannot cast a spell off it, correct?
I am looking up the Oracle text right now, but I'm 99.9% sure that yes, that is.
Yeah, so you have to. It's still quite the interesting card. Makes mana, but you can't cast things with it.
Lion's Eye Diamond says, sacrifice Lion's Eye Diamond, discard your hand to add 3 mana of any one color to your mana pool. Activate this ability only anytime you could cast an instant. So you cannot activate Lion's Eye Diamond inside the steps of casting a spell.
Very elegant wording to get around that. So he's going to dredge a second Grave Troll, 2 bridge from below, 3 bridges, 4 bridges.
Wow.
Oh, 4
all the
bridges.
Hot damn.
If Daniel hits a Narcomoeba, that's terrifying.
Yup.
So he nailed all 4 of his bridge from belows. He has the Dread Return. He has no Narcomoebas. But oh my, if he draws a Narcomoeba. Remember, his hand currently 2 Grave Trolls.
Sure.
Justin Uppal, if I was him, I'd kill my own creature right now. I would play Delver of Secrets and Forked Bolt it.
Oh, no question. No question.
Which I love about Dredge. It has these silly plays like, I will discard my hand to do nothing. Well, I will play my own creature and kill it to just, it's just like both players making plays which are so different. Daniel Rude down to 6.
Yep, those Goyfs are huge right now. They're 5/6s.
Yeah, if Justin can nuke the bridges, I don't see Daniel getting this. Daniel will have to step LED. He's going to bolt him and bolt him. All right, not even going to give him the option.
Yep.
That's lethal. All right.
Ouch.
4 bridges, not enough. Rug Delver, Justin Uppal getting the first game. As a Dredge player, you don't. Losing game 1 is such a bad feeling. It's your best game. You're about 70% against the field game 1.
Yeah. So at this point, the question is, does Daniel go into the Painter Servant sideboard?
Well, the interesting thing is I'm not sure. I don't know what it's for. I mean, usually you transform a lot, so I would say, I mean, if it's there, I think he goes for it. But it seems awfully weak because Justin will still keep in his dazes, his stifles. I think I still like being the Dredge deck. It's possible that he just boards both in. I can't really do that either. I'm not positive. If it's there, I have to assume he's going to go for it.
I'm trying to look at Daniel's deck and see if there's a way he could sideboard out enough to get the combo and still be a Dredge deck. I mean, if you take out the Flamekins, if you take out the Sun Titan, if you take out the Bloodghast...
You probably would hit Bridge from below. I don't know if Lion's Eye Diamond will do anything anymore.
Lion's Eye Diamond is good if you can somehow cheat out, it can activate Grindstone, but...
Yeah, I'm still not
I'm not sure.
Careful Study, Faithless Looting, those things are good.
Cabal Therapy.
Yeah.
So, we're going to have Daniel Rude presumably on the play.
I would assume so.
And Justin Uppal certainly sideboarding in his Leyline of the Voids.
To sign up for a $10 draft.
Is there anything else in his sideboard that we consider particularly relevant here?
I just really think it's the Leyline of the Voids. There's nothing else I really like in here. He's got a bunch of things for other matchups. He has Grudge, 4 Submerge, 2 Sulfuric Vortex, 2 Sulfur Elemental, 1 Mind Harness. None of those really interact at all with Dredge cards.
Not at all.
Great sideboard cards, but just different matchup.
Sulfuric Vortex is definitely savage. That's one of those just incredibly demoralizing cards when you're down.
You can't get out of it.
Nope, you're just going to take 2.
Well, but it doesn't kill you right away. You just get to watch it kill you. It's
yep.
this feeling like, oh no.
Yep. The precursor to Sulfuric Vortex, Forsaken Wastes from Mirage. You remember that one?
Remember Forsaken Wastes is...
Yep. Black and 2 Enchant World, I believe, from Mirage. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, they lose one life. Players can't gain life. Any player, I believe, if they target Forsaken Wastes, they lose 5 life. but don't take my word for it. Let's actually double check that.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Players can't gain life. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player loses 1 life. Whenever Forsaken Waste becomes the target of a spell, that spell's controller loses 5 life.
So you can't get rid of it. It's going to keep hurting you.
Yep. That just seems mean.
How rude to cast a spell like that.
If you target this, not even if it resolves, if you target it, gain 5. Seems fine.
Yeah. So
players taking their time mulliganing up.
Yep. Should be a fairly quick matchup. Both decks pretty proactive. Both are among the faster decks of the format.
So I don't know. I mean, if it was very gutsy of Daniel to opt for a transformative sideboard in the first place, but it makes you wonder what kind of circumstances.
Well,
he
Dredge has
transforms
this
under.
great game 1, and it really has trouble in game 2s, and people gun for it. The transformational sideboard's really good because people will really skew their decks to try to beat you. What you have to make sure is that your deck can still support this new deck. That's my question. Is he has so many cards like Bridge from Below, Lion's Eye Diamond, Golgari Grave Troll. That's like I'm not even sure 15 cards is enough. That's my question about the transformational sideboard. Clearly, Daniel believes it is enough. Daniel's keeping. So in that sense, I mean, he's done it. I feel like he knows what he's doing, so it probably is enough. It doesn't look to me like it is. So he has turn 1, that is, yeah.
Undiscovered Paradise, LED number 2. Cabal Therapy. So what do you therapy for here?
Naming for a second.
And he shows a hand with Delver, Goyf, Daze, Bolt, Misty Rainforest, and Tropical Island.
None of those cards, I mean, it's a very good, aggressive start, but all those cards are really going to be trying to race Dredge. The Daze is, I mean, you have to keep this if you're Justin. It's a very good hand. He's going to, and he didn't get any of the named cards.
Right.
So, yeah, Justin with no ley lines in his opener. Really, at this point, if you're Daniel, then okay, he's gonna waste the Undiscovered Paradise.
Yep. Nah, not a big deal.
It's going back to your hand anyway, isn't it?
No, the trigger doesn't happen if it's in your graveyard.
No, I mean, if.
Oh, I see. Yep, I see what you're asking.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Daniel, he's still on the dredge plan. He's gonna dredge the Grave Troll, and I think Daniel, a strong favorite on this board. You know.
He's hitting a lot of dredgers.
Dredge too much.
Nope.
All right, Trap Clown out of Justin. Delver's
hey, look, it's
Secrets.
Delver.
Now he's going to start playing. He's going to dredge Stinkweed Imp, getting Therapy, Grave Troll, Bloodghast, Imp, Narcomoeba.
There's a Narcomoeba.
Into play. Plenty of dredgers really for the rest of the game. Every turn, he'll just keep milling himself.
And at this point, Daniel could flashback Cabal Therapy, knock the Tarmogoyfs out of, and he just straight doesn't? Okay.
No, I think he doesn't because he wants Bridge from Below's in the yard. I think he believes he can just race this, which is probable. Delver's going to hit for 17. Hit him down to 17, not hit for 17. Hit, and he is now at 17.
Delver's ridic, but it's not that
Eclipse
ridic.
to a 17-2 insect. All right. Goes for getting red mana, so now he activates the Lightning Bolt in his hand. We'll cast a first of 2 Tarmogoyfs. Tarmogoyf, pretty big here. Creature, artifact, land,
sorcery.
I don't know if there's an instant. I don't see an instant yet.
Not yet.
So 4, 5. Yeah. Creature, artifact, land, sorcery. Yeah, I don't believe there's an instant. There's just dread returns and therapies. All right. So it makes Tarmogoyf pass the turn. Justin playing a very fair game. I mean, as fair as these really undercosted creatures can be. There's Bridge from Below, Faithless Looting, Cabal Therapy.
Okay, now
Breakthrough and
Unmask.
So he's boarded in his 3 Unmasks instead.
Now it's going to start getting a little silly here.
Well, he just won Bridge from Below, right?
I believe so, but he can also start flashbacking Faithless Looting with lines, except...
Makes him that's fine. It makes him discard it. That's actually excellent. If he does
except Justin has the Daze.
I see. Justin does have the days.
So that's
He'd
actually
prefer to have a land.
not a great line.
Go
of
for
play.
it anyway. He's gonna therapy the days out of Justin's hand, I believe. Which that's what I would do. Therapy targeting Justin.
Get one
Getting
zombie.
One zombie. He's gonna daze the therapy. All right, that's fine. If he as long as he doesn't have another daze, let's go for it. Let's flashback that Faithless Looting.
Let's see what's up.
So funny. Justin could draw if he had one Termite Script. And just, but
yeah, I love playing Dredge.
He's gonna therapy again, going for daze again, I believe. Sacking the zombie. Now let's get another therapy.
Yeah. I love playing Dredge on Moto, and
he's grabbing bolts. So we see Stifle. Stifle. I can't find the other card there.
it looked like another Delver maybe, but
yeah, Stifle, Tarmogoyf, land. All right.
All right. So
red.
now we're gonna
Discard our hand. Discard all these things we dredged. Flashback Faithless Looting. This could win this turn.
Yep. He's gonna dredge for a total of, it looks like,
12 cards.
12. Yep.
Start column number. What's in column number 2? He already has the Dread Return in his yard. He wins with the. He has a Flamekin Zealot and a Sun Titan. Or his. Right. Paradise, Gemstone, Unmask, Looting, Land. Not really what he liked.
Nope.
That has nothing. I mean, it's fine. He doesn't even lose next turn, so he could even wait another turn. He's gonna dredge.
So then he dredges back the Grave Troll again.
Can't see any of those. He has one
There's a
Narcomoeba.
Narco. I think there was at least one bridge in there.
Yep, he has 2 bridges and a Narcomoeba.
3 bridges.
3 bridges. So now he's gonna. He has a. Is that another Dread Return? Does he have 2 Dread Returns?
He does have 2
Dread Returns.
Dub's Dread Return.
So with the 3 bridges, he can therapy then Dread Return.
Yep.
Once the stick gets going, it's gross. He doesn't have the Sun Titan though. He doesn't have a really great thing to Dread Return.
Mm-hmm.
Can I have the
fairly
following
interesting.
players to the side event stage, please?
So, do we actually have a second Cabal Therapy, or I'm sorry, at this point, a third Cabal Therapy in Daniel Rude's graveyard? Because he's already flashed them back twice this turn. And now they're debating
where the Grave Trolls are. Oh yeah, he has to discard 2 at the end of Faithless Looting, so now he has to discard 2 cards. All right.
Yeah.
Yep, discard some Grave Trolls.
All right, so
does he stand? How much does he stand to gain? The question is, how much does he stand to gain from one more dredge? And he's not enough. All right, sack that to therapy. You make 3 zombies. Come on, Justin, helping him out.
And you're therapying at this point for
That doesn't matter.
Not particularly. No.
Probably grab the Tarmogoyf. The biggest thing you want to avoid is something like a lightning bolt. You don't want him bolting his own guy and getting your bridges. That's really bad.
So, Cabal Therapy is on the stack. We don't know what it's named. And he discard. Is that the Stifle?
He's going for Stifle. Go for.
Now, wait.
Yeah, it's either Stifle, Goyf, or Land. What are you asking about?
I'm asking about how Justin has only one. Oh no, he dazed. That's why. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks. I can't read or write.
All right.
And yet I'm a judge.
Okay.
All right. So Justin ponders, doesn't get what he wants from that.
Yeah. No. What is he looking for? Maybe a lightning bolt? I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. There's few and far between what his live draws are here.
Yeah, it's.
If he can mill the Sun Titan, that's pretty good. What's the Sun Titan gets back?
Yeah, what do you get back with Sun Titan though?
Looking, not bridge from below. He's gonna chump block the Tarmogoyf.
I don't think that was correct.
I don't really like that play of chump
I
blocking.
mean, chump blocking.
it
It saves you a little bit of life, but it also he's now going to have to hit a Narcomoeba.
I think his plan was to hit a Narcomoeba anyway. He's gonna dredge. Dack more salvage. Getting back Bloodghast.
Oh.
Bloodghast.
I see what you did there.
Okay.
I see what you did there, Daniel Rude. That's very cute. I wouldn't have even thought of that.
Swings too. So he's actually he's not really going for an explosive finish, just, doing really broken things. Swings for 4, so 14-14. I think maybe he's just going to race. Not positive.
Yep. Now at this point, even Dread returning out a Grave Troll, I think, is a defensible play.
Sure. I mean, these Bloodghast. So he's gonna flash back a Dread return. I think targeting a Grave Troll. So that will net him 6 zombies.
Seems fine.
Yeah, that's fine. That's 4, 5.
And
Yeah.
Justin
Okay.
scoops.
I don't need to see this.
GG.
So Daniel Rude opting not to transform there. Remember, Justin Uppal does have Leyline of the Void, and Daniel Rude not with much main deck bounce.
Nope.
Actually, with none of it, and none out of the board either, which means that Leyline of the Void could just beat him. He's cold to it.
There are some times when playing as Dredge, you know that if your opponent gets their hate, you lose.
That seems awfully ambitious. At this point, I would expect Daniel to transform.
I would also agree. I expect to see Painter Servants and Grindstones coming out real soon for Daniel Rude here. But, I mean, it remains to be seen. Justin doesn't... I mean, he has bolts for removal. He's got, the standard suite of counter magic, 1 Dismember. But he really wants to get out and just shut down the first few turns of the game.
Yeah, the risky part is I feel like when Daniel transforms, he makes his deck, it's still like a really bad... I don't think it's a very efficient version of Dredge yet, just because there's so many cards that are really conditional and have Graveyard in their text box. That you can't even side them all out. So, and then you end up having a combo which still is based around a 1/3, and your opponent's still keeping in his lightning bolts. It's like I don't know. I don't like the transform. I'd rather see some counter hate for the hate, I think. But
if we see a turn 0 Leyline from Justin,
it's going to be very difficult for Daniel.
That's going to be sad times in Beantown. But who knows?
Yeah, I mean, playing could still happen. Justin Uppal will be on the play. So going to game 3. We have a bunch of other matches with top 8 implications. I haven't seen many of them finished yet, but we will keep you updated. I believe most of the top 8 will be decided after this penultimate round. Maybe one match playing in the last round. We have a couple people at X1 and 1 with good breakers. They would need to win to even stay in contention, though.
Right.
Yeah, we actually just have 2. So we'll have to see how that happens.
So let's see. It looks like both players are wrapping up on their pregame. We have about 24 minutes remaining in the round. Players have been playing at a good, brisk pace. Yeah,
definitely.
Just what we like to see.
We've noticed over the last few rounds on camera that players are... Legacy is a very intricate format. It's a lot of decisions, and we've had a lot of matches in it go very close to time. You have to avoid that. I know we've kind of been driving that point home, so I don't want to lay on it too hard, but it's... You do yourself a service by rather than playing completely optimally, by playing mostly good and keeping your pace going.
Absolutely. You don't want to play yourself into a corner where you can't, when it comes time to really tank and think optimally about what you're doing, you just don't have that option because, you're well, even being interns, I guess, you can tank, but we do...
Exactly. All right. I believe 7 for both players. Justin?
Nope, Justin's
on a 6.
Yep.
Daniel Rude appears to be keeping 7.
Now, at this point, do you think Justin maybe just tries to mull to a Leyline?
If you don't have a Leyline, like last game he didn't keep a Leyline, so let's look at the hands that Justin wants to keep that are not Leyline hands. That hand was Daze, Delver, Goyf, Bolt, 2 land. Like, wow, what a good hand out of Rug Delver.
Absolutely.
If you had to scope one, so that's pretty tempting, even though I don't have my hate card. Okay, you can get me with that. You know, Daniel's got to have good game to compete with that, but Daniel still beat it. You know,
Right.
So yeah, in a lot of sense, he's got to look for something with a lot of pressure.
It's interesting to see that Justin opts for Spell Snare here over Spell Pierce. And I think that, you know, Spell Pierce against Daniel Rude would be pretty rough.
Typically, I expect Pierce when I'm playing against Rug Delver. Snare is, yeah, and especially in this matchup, you know, Snare is much worse than Pierce here. There are few cards. I mean, I'm trying to think of the cards you'd want to counter that Snare would counter that Pierce wouldn't. You know, a creature like Dark Confidant, but actually, Justin's deck doesn't care too much about Dark Confidant. I'm trying, you know, there's probably, like, opposing Goyfs to me seems to be the biggest sell.
Sure.
On Spell Snare, because those are good against Rug Delver.
So we're going to see, it looks like Daniel just kept his 7.
Yep, so we have Leyline of the Void, land Delver for Justin. That's
Awkward.
excellent. Remember, Daniel with no cards in his 75 that can interact with Leyline of the Void.
Nothing at all.
And the turn 1 Delver, Justin has found his win con.
This is...
Another LED, so 2 LEDs, but does not do much.
Nope.
And
boy.
deck more salvage, right? Yeah.
Yep.
It's gonna reveal Stifle and flip.
Jeez. Okay.
Flip
So
Insectile Aberration. Swing 3, Daniel goes down to 17. Remember, Daniel with a win here, a lock for top 8. Justin, we're not sure. We believe him to be pretty solid for top 8. In other feature match, we're still watching Gene Rixmeyer and Mike Hawthorne going to game 3.
Gene Rixmeyer started out the day XO, lost in the last round, but...
Yeah, both Gene and Hawthorne, I believe, were the 2 losers from last round. So,
Yep.
you know, one of these guys will start out XO and then have a sad car ride home, but the other one will definitely be in top 8.
Gene's going to win.
Okay. All right. Your local favorite for you?
Gene is actually the guy who helped name my website.
Daniel Rude. All right, he has
there it is.
transformed. Lightning Tutor for Grindstone. Uh-oh. Just...
So this could get
Question
spicy.
is, what does Lion's Eye Diamond do for Daniel here?
It turns on Grindstone.
Okay, so uses it to pay for the Grindstone activation?
Yep.
All right. So if with a 3rd land, if there's no counterspells from Justin Uppal, Daniel will have the win here if he has the Servant. It's so ambitious, the sideboard plan. He doesn't play. He only plays 16 lands. Activates.
Does he cast Stinkweed Imp here?
Sure.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Stinkweed.
Yes!
Dude, trades with Delver of Secrets. It's awesome.
Perfect.
That's going to get dazed.
Getting dazed. Damn. Oh, and that's exiled.
Yep. Stinkweed Imp's exiled. Yeah.
Sigh.
And the other match, yeah. Gene Rixmeyer, so local from your area.
Actually, no, Gene's not local at all. Gene's out in Minnesota area, I believe. Gene actually...
Is he? That makes me feel bad.
Out,
I should know that.
It's all good. Gene actually picked out the name for my website, teamsaban.com, and we win. That's really all we do. So I expect to see...
Servant Grindstone, that's getting Force of Will. Very
jeez.
Immediately.
Darn. It's just, you know, you hope
Just,
they're like,
yeah.
come on, resolve!
His
Resolve!
Hand, and remember, his hand has a bridge from below in it. It's not really a card you want to draw ever.
So Daniel, bolt 6, swing 3.
Interesting that he Force of Wills the Servant and not...
And GG.
That's it. Justin Uppal wins 2-1. Crossing his fingers that he can draw into the top 8. Daniel Rude will fall to X and 2, probably top 8 hopes dashed.